Welcome everyone to round 14 of the Indian Racing Championship, season 4. Today we head to the streets of, what is it? I really don't know what street it is. Anyways, so today is going to be one of the tougher races for our drivers today, being a street circuit. So before we get to the action, let's get down to a hot lap, again provided by General Pepe. This track is very brutal on track limits, and you really don't have any brakes during the lap. So starts the lap, wants to spot his braking marker at the 100-meter board, wants to go over all the curves, can take a slightly wide line through there, wants to brake just before the curve, mounting all of it, trying to maximize the exit. Alright, so again he brakes at the 75-meter board, maximizing track width. This next part is quite slow but technical. You need to carry as much speed as possible but not wheel spin, because the tires do degrade quite quickly here. Anyways, again mounting the curb, because if you do miss, you tend to go wide. This as he comes to the back straight, quite a difficult corner because of all the wheel spin you get on the braking. He spots his braking marker very nicely and moves on to sector 3, using all of the curbing and the track and being very careful not to hit the wall as he goes under the bridge, keeping it very neat and tidy, but using all of the track as you see there. And another quick corner cut to finish the lap for 1:34.9. Alright, now let's head to the action. Take just a moment. So who do you think are the favorites to win today? Chat. Do comment down below. I hope there's some space for me. It would be very awkward if I couldn't join. Surprisingly, they're still in the lobby. So there must have been a server restart? Lobby restart maybe? Not in the lobby, but let's check it in. So in the previous seasons of IRC, we had someone called Hriday96. He used to be a beast around this track. He really used to give Manila Baby a run for his money on this track. It's his favorite track. He was from the Netherlands, and sadly he doesn't race with us anymore. So season 5 we had, and just Echo.
Couple, who do you think will have edge today on this track?
Oh, welcome back, Ninja.
Sorry, my mic had issues.
Oh, it's okay. The action hasn't started yet. Hot favorite in my eyes would be SD maybe, because I feel General Pepe could lose it somewhere on track today. Just don't have a good feeling about him today.
Even Casey might be under the tail. He might be sneaking before everyone so that he can pounce on some opportunities there.
Probably, yeah. But in this track position is everything. Qualifying is everything.
And your tire times are also everything. Because if
Yeah.
you take it too high, you might end up pitting more than everyone else.
Yeah, but you would want to keep your tire pressures a little on the higher side. Tire wear might be higher because of it, but you cannot drive with red hot tires here. Just recipe for disaster.
Yes, exactly. Only the hard tires may be the ones which don't have the tire temps going high, but the disadvantage being the grip, you won't get in this type of circuit where it is needed the most.
Exactly. Grip is an all-time premium here.
So what do you think? Will we see any collisions on turn 1 or further ahead of that?
I just really hope it rains, and then we can see a repeat of 2017. But that's just what I want to see. But maybe into the end of the first DRS, someone might make a dive. I have a feeling. What about you?
I feel like from turn 1 to 3 there's gonna be a big mess. 2-3 people may go wide, someone will try to avoid the collision and stuff like that. This is a very common thing in this Singapore Grand Prix.
But do you think will it be as bad as yesterday's turn 1?
Maybe. It's all depending on the drivers right now. So let's see how they keep it clean.
Chances of rain?
I feel there might be, but I don't think it will be a full rain. Probably can be a mixed conditions, but that's also very unlikely because this track usually is not known for any wet conditions.
Sure. I feel like there might be wet quali.
It could be, but then it will be a game on the strategies and setups, because the setups will be kind of different. They would want to stay on ahead, but have to use the wet setup a bit further than they dry.
True. But what do you think under dry condition is the preferred strategy?
I would say to go safe from mediums to hards. Soft is very unlikely on this track because you will end up doing 2 stops eventually. It's all on your pace if you want to do the 2 stop. Otherwise, mediums to hards is the best ideal strategy you can have if you don't want to ruin your strategy against other people who might have 1 stop.
Okay. I don't know. I maybe maybe for the right driver, you could make the softs to hards work.
Yes,
it is all much tougher.
Yes.
But
it's all depending on the driver.
Exactly. Let's see who takes that gamble today.
So what are the standings looking out like?
Yeah, let's have a look at the standings. Just a second. Driver's still not rating up.
I guess there might be some waiting issues. Someone's been a bit late.
Yeah, you're supposed to have 15 drivers, right?
Yes. A leading driver champion is not visible right now.
Yeah, he's not joining today. But then again, he has a very healthy gap.
Yeah, he is not. He doesn't have to worry about it.
Yeah, let's bring up. Oh, they're going to start now. So we'll bring up the
Everyone is
standings a
running
little
up.
later. We got 14 drivers. We lost somebody. F in chat for that somebody.
Maybe he's gonna come to the directly to the race rather than doing the qualifying.
That's just. Of all the tracks not to do quali, this and Monaco, you really cannot afford to miss.
But this track is a bit stingy for like not that strict for like hitting the walls and barriers, but it's still a highly possible thing.
Yeah, this track is very draining on you. I remember a league race in 2018. It was a Russian league, and I was 28 laps in out of 31, and I was quite behind, but I was just like trying to put my head down and get to the finish line. And in the middle of the track, just before the back straight, I made a mistake and hit the wall and just destroyed my car in one fell swoop. The thing was, I was so tired at that point. I couldn't even be bothered to be angry about the entire race.
Yes, it's a very draining circuit. Imagine the real F1 drivers who do it 100%,
Yeah.
61 laps. It's a very draining. So here we go with the qualifying started. No one has come out yet. Let's see who
Guys,
comes
look
out let.
clear.
I see a Mercedes garage being ready for go.
While we wait for the drivers to come out, let's have a look at the standings. So, in the lead, we have our McLaren driver of Manuel Baby, our supreme leader, commanding lead of 286 points. Then we have the Haas boys of Carrie and the Real SD. Surprisingly, even being second and third, they're so far behind Manuel Baby that the Haas team is still second in the constructor championship.
Now the
Um,
only way Carey can get a lead on the drivers is if Maranello misses 3 to 4 races.
yeah,
But they seem
Freeman's
to be
been
strong on
doing.
constructors.
Come again?
They seem to be strong on constructors. They are very tight on constructors championship.
Yeah, as you can see from the visual, the gap is 57 points between McLaren and Haas. And I think it'll only come down if Maranello Baby stops racing. It is a healthy gap, I would say, at least 2 races at the pace that Carey and the Real SD have. Yeah,
Yes, there are
time will
six
tell.
races to go.
So let's get back to the action.
Black Sheep is leading the pack for now with his hard tires. The Williams has overtaken him on the track. I don't know if Black Sheep wanted to start behind the car, want a slipstream a bit, or maybe just didn't want to irritate someone else. So everyone who are out on hards except Infinity with softs.
Everyone else is in the. No, sorry, my bad.
Oh, Rambo already lost his front wing and he's going back into the pits. That was all. That was too early for that push, but now he's on the pits and Black Sheep starts his lap. Goes nice into turn 1, turn 2, safe on turn 3.
Goes a little wide into the first straight. There's a little bit of time, but then again, this is a hard lap.
Yeah,
So just a banker lap.
Everyone is now, I guess, trying to get a grasp of how to deal with this track.
Who's the other runner? Sherlock is behind Danny on his collie lap. Our boys are very close to each other.
SD starts with the lap. Carry had is in the pits right now.
Oh, goes a little wide. Small little bump. And our supreme leader has arrived. He will be missing Collie though. Let's see if he can make his way up the field.
For now, for him, it's gonna be a last two question mark challenge. Let's see where he gets up.
A 139.2 by Black Sheep. Let's go on board with the real SD.
He's now in the tightest corner of the track. A bit brake lock on the rear.
A purple middle sector.
SD seems to be heading towards the provisional pole. And he goes 138.46.
Much cleaner lap. To move on to next. Chani maybe?
Yes, Danny is now approaching towards sector 3. There might be traffic impeding him to at the ahead of like Mercedes and Renault.
Is General Pepe? No, he's on his outlap. I don't know why he's still on his outlap though. Oh, and Freeman's been impeded by Faizan. Both of them are on a lap, but yeah, it's fine.
I think Carey is trying to look for a clear air. He doesn't want any disturbance in front of him.
Shallow clear goes fastest, around soft tires.
Ooh, Tanny couldn't make it with the softs. 147.
It's fine, they have plenty of opportunities. Oh, and that's a slow moving Mercedes. Is that Jinan? Yeah, okay, he got out of the way. Very well done. I think there was another impeding by Sherlock. That's how it's done, boys. Need to get out of the way.
Carey is on his quali lap right now.
Street has just invalidated his.
General Paper was
Just for a
purple in
second.
sector 1.
It's very tidy. I don't see any wheel spin. It really helps to have a very light foot or light trigger on this track because it's very easy to get wheel spin, and wheel spin is tire wear, which also increases the tire temps.
Yeah, and you have to also be careful of your front wings right here. Sector 2 and 3 are very dangerous for that.
It's very easy to just clip over the line and invalidate your lap in the last sector. But he crosses the line in 3-3, 390.
So first, Charles Leclerc has the provisional pole, followed by SD and then General Pepe.
It's surprising that there's such a big gap between the Haas boys, considering they did both their laps on the same tire. Oh, Rambo spun. Straight goes a little deep into the corner under the bridge, but luckily comes out of it alive.
Will he be able to improve his lap time?
Should be.
And he goes 1.6 seconds faster than his previous lap time.
It's backed out of his lap already. Surprising. Why Gina would do that? Very nice. Let's go on board with Infinity One.
First person
May
to come
have.
on mediums. Ooh, wide on turn 1.
This is the apex. But hooks T3 very nicely. Doesn't take hold of the curb. Being very cautious there. We got yellow in sector 2 for a slow moving Mercedes. Could be Jinan. You can definitely see the difference in Infinity's driving when you compare it to someone like General Pepe. The track usage is
Whoa, and
much
he invalidated
lesser
his lap.
than validated it too.
And Rant is on his quali lap as well. First quali lap.
And it's invalidated. The Freeman is on his medium lap. This could be the tire he starts on the racing again. He's got purple first sector. Oh, someone's lost a front wing right in front of him.
And that looked to be
And
Faizan.
yeah, he
Was he
got
trying to
distracted and lost the back end there.
was he like trying to let Freeman go, or was he confused what to do?
He couldn't impede him. So he was on track. Yeah, there was some issue with him. That's the end of his lap. He is still improving by 1 second. But then again, he
Ooh,
just did a
there's one
141.
spun at the end of the sector 3 towards the pit straight.
Let's go on board with Brent. Taking it very cautious into T1. Don't know if he's pushing or not. Let's have a look at the telemetry to see.
SD is on
He
his
is pushing.
SD has crossed with 137 zeros, which is medium.
That's a good lap.
Now let's see if he chooses to be in mediums or tries to go faster on softs.
I think he's in a good position right now. I don't think too many people will be able to beat that time. So it's not a bad
Yeah.
opportunity, bad
His teammate
strategy
would
to
be the
leave.
one.
Okay, Jinan's improving, but I believe he's just cut the corner at sector 3. And he's back into the pits. Who's on a lap right now? I think Infinity 1 is. Looks like Infinity is scared of the track because he wants to stay away from the walls as much as possible.
And he goes P7 with a 139.7. And one more tricky part of this track is the pit entry. 60 kilometers per hour, which is very short for that much of space. So we could see many penalties with that. Now Rambo is pushing for his probably a final lap.
Maybe he's convinced that he won't make it into the top 10. Maybe.
But that can be a blessing in disguise for people below 10 because of the tires choice they have.
If you are outside the top 10, what tire would you start on? Would you expect a safety car?
If I was way further back, I would go for the mediums. And safety car is very common in this track. In terms of that, then yeah, mediums could be the one, but I would still choose hards for if I'm very at the very back end of the 3D.
Doing really well here. Motor sector 2 off.
But his deployment is soon going to be over, which is not be able to push to the last corner. Ooh, and one Ferrari retired from the session already without doing a lap.
Yeah, that was a voluntary retirement. One goes P9. He's about to start the lap. Who's closest to the finish? I believe it will be one of the Haas's. That would be our provisional pole sitter. Nope. I'm thinking of Shalalak, sorry.
Everyone seems to be coming out of the pitch right now.
Let's see if number 69 can grab pole. He's on the medium tire, but his teammate is going out on the soft tire. He really wants pole. Half a second up on his lap, using all of the curb. Beautiful entry. Uses the back end a bit there. Pushing his tires a lot right now.
Yeah, he should not push so much to a point where it degrades a lot before the start.
Inches away from the wall. That's exactly how you need to drive here. You want to have a competitive time. Renaults are stuck together in front of General Pepe. That could be an issue for Shalalak.
Sector 2 quickest for General Pepe.
Nice line. Just wants to keep it tight now. You do not want a corner cut at this point in the lap. It's very close there. Cut as much as possible. No, that was not the best of entries.
But he takes
provisional pole. The 136.3.
3/10 up on his teammate.
So 36.7, sorry. Let's go on board with him. And he's 3/10 up. That's exactly what he needs to go back to pole.
I guess that's
KC66 goes P2 with his medium lap. That's a fantastic lap by him. 36.8, just a tenth slower. Ooh, SD goes a little wide, but he's 8 tenths up. And he's got one sector to go. He just needs to keep it clean. Let's just hope that his tire temps are still holding on. He doesn't slide out in
The
sector
Fer-
3. Oh,
the Ferrari shouldn't impede him.
he's pressed the wall there. Starting to take it a little cautious, not using all of the curb. Will that hurt him? Oh, he's gone wide. He's lost his front wing, I believe.
He's invalidated his lap, and now he start
Ah,
on mediums.
well, it's not a bad strategy to be. But the top 5 are on
I guess
mediums.
he wanted to split the strategy to not distract like Pepe from the pit window they both will have at the same time if they both start on mediums.
So Tanny goes P6 on the soft tire. 37.6. Shallow does not improve this time. That's the end of quali. Oh wait, we have one slow moving run now. Nice, the end of this
But he is
quali.
not gonna go ahead for to improve. I guess he's down on fuel.
Maybe. And let's win a quali.
So it's General Pepe on pole, followed by KC partnering on the front row, and then Real SD at P3.
Good showing from Casey. We didn't see a lot of him.
And
Kept his head down and got a good lap at the end.
if you see a coincidence, both the Haas are in the position where both the Ferraris are, and a Red Bull in between.
Ooh,
We
good
might see some
observation there.
turn one action.
Let's not forget about Arnello baby.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be a pain in the ass for KC, SD, and Pepe over there.
He will be banking on the fact that there will be no safety car. I believe he'll be starting on the hard tire.
The only person to start on softs is Charles Leclerc. Let's see how he turns his strategy around.
Really competitive on the top end. Only 3 stunts separating the top 3. So chat, put your bets in. When do you think the safety car is going to come out?
I feel like first lap could be a safety car or a virtual safety car. I think for between first and third lap could be the period where the safety car might come. Otherwise, in the middle of the race also there can be one, but only virtual safety car. I feel like not a safety.
I feel like there'll be a safety car maybe at the end of the race. Somebody will just give up or just get really tired. So I'm expecting a safety car around lap 27.
Well, we don't have an update on the weather, but if it's mixed conditions, then it could be a very huge problem for every driver.
True. But that's just comedy for us.
More safety cars, more clashes, more spins.
It all begins at T1.
Oh, and they have started the timer.
Where do you think Manuela Baby's gonna finish today?
Well, the pole is all what I think when I see Manello BB. That's where he always finishes. But
I
let's see
think it's
if
gonna be a
he.
DNF.
Yeah, it can be a DNF because this track is not no friendly to anyone.
Yeah, 5 laps and away we go. Clean start so far. Let's see into T1. Oh, this is a bit of collision between Jinan and Toro Rosso.
But
Of Danny.
it's a very clean uh, turn one though, much cleaner than expected.
Freeman and Streeter going side by side. No, that's Shadala. Very clean start. I'm shocked actually.
Let's
Streeter
not
and Shala look still side by side.
let's not jinx this race. Now
Finally, they get into
they're
position.
heading towards the narrowest part of the track. Let's see if any incidents over there.
Oh, the Real ST's got one position on KC and moved up to P2. So the Haas boys are in front. Oh, Manolo Baby is made up 5 positions. He's already up to P11. Hope he doesn't get punted by Rambo behind. That would be the end of his race. Let's go on board with him. Let's see how quickly he slices through the pack. It's on the medium tire.
He might look for two stop if he extends the gap if he is in front.
But much better exit than Infinity.
Side by side. And he makes it
Worst
through.
camera angle possible, but he gets the move done.
So far the leading pack is Pepe followed by SD and then KC with 2
The
seconds
top
differing them.
second, third, and fourth are quite close to each other. But
Maybe
Kenan Pepe
SD is not looking to
slowly,
racy.
Kenan Pepe is slowly getting away from chasing pack.
Maybe that's the team strategy.
Maybe,
SD is trying to
maybe,
be the wingman.
yeah. The wingman's. What's the word? His task for today is to hold up Manala Baby. So
I
yeah,
don't think
it's a
so.
good
Hold up
strategy.
Manelo Baby, the whole pack, because that can make Manelo Baby irritated because he stings at the back of every driver. Because as close the pack, the more difficult it is to overtake someone.
It's true, but it also has an interesting effect because since everyone is and that's another. He's locked up and he's smashed up into Black Sheep and he spins out and he's losing all the positions that he's gaining. He's gained and he's back into P11.
That's not a
That
good
was
start for him.
so he
But-
was on the inside of Black Sheep, but don't think he conceded.
But he
Maybe
doesn't
cuts the
look at
track.
any damage.
Does he having damage? No. Continuing, pushes. Oh, that's straight route. He's
That's right in the middle of the track. Oh, safety car has come up.
oh,
Predictions are right. Lap 3 safety car. That was an ugly spin, I might guess, from Streeter. So now everyone has a breathing space between them.
who do you think will pit? Sharalak might pit.
The one who have the wing damage now might have the upper hand a bit. Try to go along with either the mediums or the hards.
So let's have a look at who the major gainers are. So we got 6 positions by Manala Baby.
So far, it's only the difference of 1
Oh
position.
my goodness, 5 Zan just hit the wall during the safety car. And Black Sheep's got a stripe through, and that's another incident with Infinity smashing into the back of Rambo. How is there more action during the safety car?
Well, it's a very tough thing to say because I've been in that position once.
Really, where?
In China 2018, season 2 of IRC, where I took on the grass a bit, spun and lost my whole chance of gaining something.
So was this at the lap where the safety car came in?
Yes, definitely. It was a safety car. I did a Grosjean over there. But I had no accent to blame.
You cannot accept the blame. Then you're not Grosjean. So who's pitting? We've got Shadow Lurk pitting.
And behind the black sheep, followed by the Racing Point drivers and the McLaren.
So let's see if Shadow Lurk is held up.
So let's see which tire they choose. All the pit stops all the drivers who chose the pit stop have gone for hard tires, except for two people. And it's getting very close in the front pack, almost colliding with each other.
So Faizan lost out there. He's now in last place. That's a shame. And he's also on a different tire. He's on the medium tire. So he has to do one more stop. Medium to medium.
Even Charles Leclerc has chose the medium tires. Rest have gone for the hards, which is the safest possible, like damage control.
But which tire did he start this race on, Faizan?
Faizan
Let's have a
started
look.
with mediums, I presume.
No, he started on the hard tire. So he can do another medium stop. That will satisfy the drive strategy for the race.
Now the safety car looks like to be going in at the 5th lap. The back runners are still trying to catch up.
Oh, and there's a collision between the Renault drivers. This is going to happen.
Yeah, what they're supposed to be doing as a teammate.
So does Shalalak have damage?
Monk has damage, I see. And they're still
There's a
definitely on the
front
track.
wing of Rand?
Yeah, you might be right. Rand does have
Oh my, he's
a
lost
front wing
his
damage.
Yeah, he's lost his right end plate. I think he's gonna pit now.
Is Monk gonna pit again?
Yes,
Rand stays out
and
Monk goes in.
But Rand does not. Surprising.
Yeah, he had the opportunity to do some sort of damage control. Now he's gonna be a deer in
Checking
the
duck, yeah.
headlight, just waiting for everyone to overtake him.
So Manila baby into P6 after that round of pit stops.
What do you think? How long it will take him to get to the front?
See, he might get to the back of KC by lap 11 or 12. He might pass ST around lap 23, 24. But General Pepe, I don't think he can overtake.
General Pepe, he won't be overtaking, but he might give him a pressure to make some mistakes.
Yes, that would be his strategy.
Short mistake, and this could be his last way to like block him.
So of the two Haas drivers, SD is clearly the veteran. He can handle the pressure more. But also he doesn't have the same pace that General Pepe does. But this is one of those tougher tracks to overtake. And Manila baby will have to push to overtake this man.
The safety car is now going in this lap. Now everyone will try to keep temps on the tires, which I don't think they need to that much, because it already is very like it temps go very easily higher.
You think there'll be one more safety car?
Oh, and I saw one collision back there. Someone lost their front wing.
That's Faizan. Oh, General Pepe disconnected at the worst possible time. Oh, he's back. He's desynced. He's back now. He's waiting all the way to the line.
He's bunching up the pack.
Who is this?
And he spins out. And
This is
SD
going to be
avoids them.
interesting.
Oh,
Gino goes into the lead. Unbelievable restart for him.
and SD is trying
Good
to
SD.
going in the back, side by side into turn one, bit off in turn two. What an action!
And
What an
Manuel Baby is
action!
up to P3. He's just
What an
sliced through the
action!
entire pack.
What an action it has been before even before the lapping
And
started.
wouldn't you know it, not even 4 corners into the safety car in General Pepe is already last.
Well, he was lucky enough to not get any damage from that.
Oh, and there's a collision
Ooh,
between Ramo and Tani. Oh, and there's a lot of cars side by side.
ooh, and there's front wings flying over everywhere.
Just have a look at that spectacle.
This is definitely a Monaco Part 2, seems like it.
And just when Pepe disconnected, there's someone who's joining. How are you, Kapil? How are you, Ninja?
Yeah, all
You're
good.
very good now.
Enjoying the race. You just came at the right moment of time.
It's all your fault.
Yeah, I was
Manuel Baby is
expecting.
right at the back of Jinan, but I don't think there's any overtaking opportunities in Sector 3.
He's gonna wait till the straights, I guess, to get some slipstream out of it.
Yeah, but he'll have to wait for 2 more laps to get the DRS.
I don't think he'll wait for the DRS away. I think he'll just straight in try to get him as soon as possible. Because the more he stays back, the more he's risking his tires. Ooh, and he goes a bit
But
wide.
the
over
one stop from mediums to hards is quite easy. So Rand goes into the pits after the safety car. A big shame for him. Let's go back to the action.
Again, one more series of Black Sheep has pitted and falling with Faizan. Now on board with Manelo. Let's see if he gets close to Jinan, which he's not looking to improve. Like, he's not looking to get closer. But SD is trying his best to bunch up the field behind him. Ooh, and one more retirement of the race, IRC Infinity.
There was a slight bump from another baby. Jinan's definitely feeling the pressure.
Ooh, and he's kind of weaving, which is not very likely thing to do.
That's just a warning from Manila babies. Like, if you
Will he
try to
die?
overtake me here, you will die.
No. He's covered the inside and
He's trying the switch
Manelo.
back,
Ooh,
and there's a
and
tap.
Maranello Baby is pretty much looking for Jinan to make a mistake now.
And he goes around the outside. Will he make it? Yes, he does.
Not wasting any time with Gina and Manila baby. Who wants to win?
Now Casey is looking for some action as well. Casey now will try to pick up the pieces.
An amazing restart by Jinan. Just the right positioning. Okay, so General Pepe is moving back up the field. He's going to try to get Freeman at the exit into the home straight. Freeman blocking.
Side by
Inside.
side. No.
Oh, but loses the backhand.
Freeman had positioned his car really well for that corner. First one.
Yes. Oh, Manal baby is going side by side with the real SD in first DRS zone.
SD has the inside line.
Excellent defending there.
SD is not going to let that one go easily. If it was General Pepe, it might have been the other case.
Oh, a bit of a cut by Casey. He's really close to Chinan. Oh, and Rambo's hit the wall and is reset to track. Lost 2 positions there.
Reset to track is very dangerous for other drivers.
So SD's just got a 3-second time penalty, and that could be the end of his race win.
Ooh, Manelo goes a bit too much into their inside. SD is feeling the pressure, almost spun out.
Completely misses the apex there. And maybe
Over
going
too
wide because of the
wide.
dirty air.
Tries
Got
to
the
go on
DRS
the
now.
inside. Does he make it? Still side by side and backs off. Now he's gonna wait till the DRS section comes.
Keep an eye on that ERS section, ERS mode for both of them.
Manelo side by side almost hit the wall and makes it through. P1 for Manelo.
My prediction of him having a DNF has just gone down the drain.
You never know, there are plenty laps to go.
Now SD will look forward to save more ERS like for the DRS zone now. He has to really keep up with Maranello's pace, that is.
Did Rand pit again? So
Yes,
on
Rand has
his
failed
previous
again.
lap, onto the soft tires nonetheless. He'll have to pit again because those tires cannot go to the end.
I guess he had no other tires left. No new
Oh, so
tires left.
Casey's overtaking Jinan. Missed that overtake. Sorry for that.
Because we were too busy looking at the front.
So another gap that might come down very quickly is Black Sheep on the
Now
Rambo.
Casey is trying to close into SD. Manelo does the fastest lap with mediums on 141.6.
No damage on SD. Maybe he's just taking it easy so he doesn't
And 1
roast
Williams
his tires.
race towards the narrow part of the circuit. Oh, and a virtual safety car.
This helps SD because
He had
at the right spot,
yes, he
it's
would
the
have
first DRS straight in case he would have made a move on.
he would have been easily eaten.
No,
He
but
must be doing
easily,
some
but
skills there.
yeah, was vulnerable to
I
the
think
attack.
SD is taking it easy to like avoid more penalties because he knows he got his 3 seconds.
I feel he's trying to save up his tire more than trying to save his penalties. And I was right again, virtual safety car in the middle of the race.
This is in the middle of the race.
Sort of, not close to it, but sort of. Now they're back to racing.
Casey almost caught SD napping there.
Oh, sector 3 yellow flags. There's a Ferrari stranded.
That's Rant.
Rand doesn't seem to be getting along with this track. Ooh, and
Almost a lap
Casey's
down
spun
already.
out. Casey's spun out.
This is one position.
And now the Renault is trying to go on the outside. Will he try and make it? Oh, and
Shuts the door, Casey.
he
He's not
backs
gonna
off.
let this one slide.
Now he must be
Will he
frustrated.
pit? No, his front wings are completely intact.
Yes, but that might have damaged his tires as well. So now he goes into the pits.
This is the right time to pit anyway.
So will he choose a 2-stop or will he go for the hard tires? He's going for the hard tires.
Yeah, he can make it to the end from here.
Yeah, he's gonna make it to the end. Now he just has to keep it clean.
Easier said than done.
Now the field pretty much looks to be quite separated with each other. Manor has taken a 3.5 second lead over SD. So will Manello fancy a 2-stop or try to be safe with one?
I think he might do a 2-stop.
And the Black Sheep goes fastest.
If Casey can manage to do like some consistent fast laps on his hards, so he can avoid all the traffic when they like stop the people ahead of him.
Yes, definitely. He has to keep it consistent right now.
I mean, he only has Monk in front of him as of now.
Manello goes fastest again, and it looks like Charles is not able to get onto the track, sliding everywhere towards sector 3.
Channel Pepe goes into the pits.
I guess the pit window is opened for everyone. Let's see how far will they take the mediums.
Will Pepe come out in front of Casey? Casey's hunting down Monk fairly quickly.
No,
Got the
Casey will
DRS on
have
him.
the DRS.
Goes side by side, dives into T1 and gets the move done. And Channel Pepe comes out behind these two.
Now Casey has a pretty much empty field in front of him. That's really gonna help him put a fast, consistent laps. Wong got a 3-second time penalty.
There's one more news I need to tell you. Channel Pepe is pitted onto the medium tire. So he's going to be doing a 2-stop.
General Pepper
Because he
seems to be
started
hard
on the
tires on
medium.
me. It shows hard tires for me.
It shows hard tire for me as well.
I guess it's hard tires. It can't be medium.
Makes
Might
sense.
be
Highly
a-
unlikely he would put on mediums though, given
Might-
his race.
Yes, exactly.
So look at race director. Oh, race director doesn't even show a tire. Very nice.
Now Pepe is getting close to Monk.
And
Try to go
race
around
leader
the
pits.
outside.
Going side by side before you on the corner. Monk just concedes.
It's very safe to concede rather than just fight for nothing.
Especially when you're not in the fight with that particular person. It's better to concede rather than get reported.
Manello baby changed his front wing apparently. And SD is still at the back of him. So maybe SD has also changed his front wing as well.
Oh. And Freeman just comes out in front of Manel Baby, but within 2 corners, he's already back in front. Oh, you know the reason why? Because Manel Baby is his teammate. He's just on the wrong car.
Oh, we forgot to point that because he's in a different car. Oh, shit. That's bamboozle. Now SD is close to Freeman. And seems to be like Black Sheep is also getting close to Faizan on the DRS straight.
Move goes a little wide at the exit, but that's not a penalty.
Will SD try to look for the outside or will he stay back?
Blocks it fairly nicely. But
Freeman
there's a little bit of wheel spin at the exit for Freeman. And there's a little bit of cut for SD. Tries to switch back,
Freeman.
but just finds his rear wing.
If you notice, Freeman has both end plates damaged, so he's not. So there's a reason he's not able to cope.
Still excellent defending by him.
This is
Position
really
defending.
helping Maranello baby out.
Yes,
All this time SD lost in third sector.
but SD has taken over the position, and now Casey is going to fancy that as well.
Oh, I don't know if there was collision. There was a loss of front wing for Casey, but that was very slow driving from Freeman.
Casey doesn't seem to have front wing damage on my screen, but maybe a slight bit of damage. So now both of them are the DRS. Tries to go on the inside. Will he make it? A bit out, still side by side. And Freeman still keeps his position. Nice defending right there. And the field is bunching up behind Freeman. KC, followed by Jinan and then Pepe.
I mean, some amazing defending by Freeman is helping all these other people out.
So is there a chance Manuel will go for a second stop even though he's on the hard tires?
Very likely.
And KC goes for the outside, still not able to make the move. And there are 4 cars five probably, trying to battle for one place.
P4 to P8.
It's almost one fourth of the field. Oh, and KC tries to be optimistic, almost hits Freeman, and it can be three wide.
Oh, even Jinan was looking out for that.
Pepe
General
went
Pepe on the
around
outside of Jinan. And Casey is the only one who's got through. And as a result of all that defending, SD has a 4.7 second gap. Now Jinan's trying to make a move on Freeman.
And Pepe is also trying to look for some gap.
It's a really scary scene from Tanny's point of view. I mean, you can see 4 cars just bunching around.
Oh, and Jinan goes a bit inside too quickly. Now Pepe will try to fancy a position. He's trying to overtake at the narrowest corner of the circle. And he makes it done.
Yeah, General Pepe had a good exit from the previous corners. That really helped him. And Freeman got a 3-second time penalty.
Well, he tried his best to keep them as behind as possible for as long as possible. Now he might have to pit after some point of time because of his front wing. And Tan is also probably looking for a gain in position.
Looks like Tan is too far back to make a move this time.
But the DRS
is a little wide.
Remaining. One more DRS plate is remaining for him to make.
Just looking at the race director, I see Jinan already has 2 warnings. So he has to be really careful.
Freeman is conserving energy, but Tanny doesn't care about it and he makes it through. Ooh, and there must have been a collision.
Pushes Tanny wide.
Freeman
goes back into P6.
Freeman shouldn't be hitting someone with a damaged front wing.
Oh, General Pepe spins out.
I think the retirement you are looking for is from Pepe's side, not from.
So what happened there is he turned in too early.
Will we see a safety car at this point?
I can't say. There's still just yellow flags there. Not even a VSC.
I think the car is at the safe spot to not call out the safety car. Yes, and there's no safety car, it's cleared up.
Oh, and Faisal hit the wall.
Man, hello, went faster than hards. 140.043. Pepe might be furious after that 2 spins. F in chat for Pepe.
And he lines up very nicely into the home straight. Let's see if he dives.
Oh, and
it's better of it. Gets a much better exit. Freeman gives him the space. They're going side by side.
Will he
But
make
will
the move on
Freeman...
the outside?
Oh, and there's a collision.
Oh, there's a contact. There's a contact. And he spun around.
Ah, this is not a good thing.
Oh man.
Big shame.
And
This
that was the
reminds me
same
of,
corner they both collided the last time.
this
That is
reminds
the
me of,
major overtaking zone. Neither conceding there.
yeah, it's very tight around that corner. You have to trust the other driver to give some space.
So battle for P3 is still on. Gina right on the back of Casey.
Is Casey struggling?
Doesn't look to be.
I mean, Casey is on 3 laps older tires, so that might be a.
Casey is actually doing a fine thing of saving his ERS. But he just has to make sure that Gina doesn't get too close to comfort.
Can you guys confirm to me, is like Jinan running slightly low on fuel?
Gina has to be cautious on his fuel levels because it looks to tell him that it's not looking good.
He's running on a very thin margin here.
But the moment he gets in front of Casey, he can just put it on to lean in to the rest of the race. You don't lose a lot of time being in lean in this track.
I guess he has the mentality of Alonso when he was in McLaren. He doesn't care.
Yellow sector 2. That's Rand going really slowly. It's been a terrible race for him.
Is Freeman still holding back people behind him, or is it? Tanny has again closed in to Freeman. After that,
No damage for Tanny, but does Freeman have damage?
Freeman has
Yep, he lost both his end plates.
and even after that he defended so much. But at the same time, he is very messy around corners when someone is side by side with him.
I think it's time to pit for him now.
Yes,
After the medium
this
track.
is his chance of this is his window of pitting between 18 and 22. But with his front wing damage, he has to do a bit earlier because at this point he's losing a lot of places and he might have a hard time to game later.
Oh, there's collision again between these two. These two are inseparable here. Sherlock is trying to take the opportunity.
He's trying to pick up the pieces. Now Freeman has a lot of front wing damage. Now he
Aggressive defending by Freeman there. Sherlock breaking much later than Freeman. Goes side by side and gets the position. Freeman loses 2 positions in one corner.
Well, that's no surprise since his front wing looks like hanging and it looks like it might come apart anytime.
Ryzen pits again. Must have had damage. Can someone update me with Casey's penalty situation?
Casey has only one warning twice.
That's a pretty clean driving from him. On the other hand, Jinan doesn't seem to look like he wants to slow down to save something. He's pushing all out, exceeding track limits. Fuel levels also fluctuating, like almost to the brink of not making it to the end.
Black Sheep and Freeman pit. Will Black Sheep go on the soft tires?
Soft tires look to be tough to make it till the end. It usually lasts for only 7 laps.
Yeah, at least putting on soft tires from this point on, it looks like a little bit crazy. Unless you're looking for another stop to make.
So he chooses medium tires, followed by Freeman. Now he has to push, and let's see if he catches up to Charles and Tan. Because he has the
That is
upper
a-
hand in tires.
That is a 36-second gap.
On the other hand, Maranello has a gap of one whole pit stop.
Almost.
Yes, almost. So
But
if he
with those
pushes
fresher
more,
tires, definitely, yes.
Yeah. SD is on straight right now, and Maranello is already in like halfway through the DRS section.
SD seems to be like just cruising down. No worries for him.
So if Casey can close down the gap to under 3 seconds, he's got a chance of P2.
Right now, Casey is more concerned about Gina and right like in his mirrors.
Yeah, as long as SD keeps it consistent and cruises at this pace, I think he's in a good chance to P2 because do remember that he has a 3-second time penalty.
If Gina makes it towards the end of the race with that fuel levels, then I'm really surprised with his racing. So far, the action has kind of slowed down a bit. Everyone now thinks that they have to just cruise towards the end without fighting or losing their tires.
Jinan is just keeping it clean enough for Casey to make a mistake.
Is Casey feeling the pressure of being overtaken by Jinan?
I think his lap times will tell the story.
Yellow sector 1 and Faizan has retired from the race. Virtual safety car is out and Casey almost has had some breathing space at the DRS grid.
So we do have 10 runners now in the race.
After all that driving, Rand still gets a point.
Now he just has to make it to the end of the race. And he's, I guess, 1 lap down from the leader, almost.
After all, it's Singapore.
Singapore is beautiful city.
If you just keep it slow and clean, you'll still end up in points, that is.
I think Gina's struggling a little bit for grip right now. He's going a little deep into the corner.
And it's very surprising that Jinan is struggling because Jinan has the fresher tires than Casey.
I think for Jinan, the problem must be fuel management.
His ERS is at 100%. That's definitely not an issue.
I feel like he's trying to push with his ERS rather than his fuel. He's trying to keep it on the lean and trying to push as much as with his ERS.
So Maranello also has a 3 second time penalty now, although he won't be worrying about that too much if he keeps it clean till the end.
So
This is
after
a,
the end of the VSC, the gap is increased to 4.8 seconds between P2 and P3.
SD is keeping it very steady so fast.
Can you give me an update on the warnings that real SD has? Does he have 3 or 4 or 5?
Okay, SD already has one penalty, and on top of that, he has two warnings. So yeah,
Very
So one
spicy.
he
more
can
and he's
afford only
gonna,
one more.
yes.
Can't afford three.
Or he has to expect Casey to do some mistake towards the end of the race.
And so is with Jinan. Jinan also has a penalty, and on top of that, he has two warnings. So even he is on the.
Sheenan is locking up a bit. Doesn't look like he's very comfortable right now. And the gap between them is also increasing at this point.
Not a very good showing from Jinan. Just showing all the newcomers that he's definitely deserves a spot here.
So coming back to this fight again between Casey and Jinan. Jinan seems to be covering up all the loss he had like past three laps.
Maybe it's the case that Casey's trying to conserve so much that he's letting Sheenan keep. But at the same time, not too close so that he can overtake him.
I believe SD's made a slight mistake in the last gap because the gap was up to 5.2 and it's come down to 4.6 in the matter of 2 sectors. So the reason that Jinan, he's just got his second penalty there.
So I
The
don't
reason
think
that
the
Jinan is sliding so much on his fresher, harder tires is because of all the dirty air.
And plus, he has been locking up a bit as well. And on the tires, which usually tend to heat more.
SD cannot afford to make another mistake here. If the gaps are under 3 seconds and Casey keeps it clean, then there might be a swap at the podium.
Well, so far Casey has kept it clean. I'm sure he might be able to make it through for about 6 to 7 laps. Because right now he has no pressure from behind. Because Jinan also has stacked so many penalties.
Casey already has two warnings of buffer with him, so that's like a really, really positive sign for him.
If I'm not wrong, Jinan has 6 seconds of penalties, right?
Yes, that's accurate.
But it's a very funny thing when you're under pressure. Though you may have two warnings at hand, you can come very quickly in consecutive corners.
Yeah, as they say, anything can happen in the street circuit.
Oh, Gina narrowly missed the wall there under the bridge.
And now he has lost the gap he had.
He's sliding a lot right now.
And
it
now
wouldn't actually be a bad strategy to pit right now and go on to soft tires.
He
There's
has
a
a
gap.
comfortable lead ahead of Tanny, so he can make it with the softs, but
So
only if he
even
has.
SD has 6 seconds of penalty now. He just
And the
received a
gap
3
is
second
coming down to
penalty.
3.4 seconds.
I think SD is starting to give up on the cleanliness of his racecraft.
He'll be kicking himself for that second penalty. Casey's going faster slightly. He's definitely pushing right now.
Alright, so SD does have 2 penalties of his name. I'm pretty sure Casey must be aware of the fact that
Have a look at Casey's driving style. It looks to me butter smooth right now. Very slow on throttle application, very smooth on it, very smooth on brake application too. This man knows how to drive in Singapore. But I believe he's just got another warning. Can you please check for me?
yes, he just got a warning in the second second.
But he is on the 3 second mark right now. So it's not the end of the world just yet if he gets one more warning.
Jinan is all again behind him. But at this point, even if he overtakes, he might not make it ahead of him after the end of the race.
So Kapil, what's the prediction for top 5? Given the penalties.
I believe my teammate will finish in P2. And I feel P5 could go to shallow luck. But having said that, he just got us. Maybe not. Allowed to wait and watch. And it's a slow going Ferrari there. He was on the back of Monk. I don't know if there's a collision or not. Missed that.
Now, the only thing SD and Jinan can expect is Casey to spin.
I think Jinan conserved his fuel like past few laps. He doesn't seem to have the warning.
Yeah, I guess he was using his ERS to cover up the fuel.
He's buckling up for the final couple of laps now.
And how many warnings does SD have right now? Because if he racks up a couple of more warnings, he could
might
end
lose
up
the-
behind Gina.
Vector to
Having
yellow.
having said that, Jinan is
looking-
not going easy on the warning.
SD
I
already
believe
has 2 penalties and no warnings on top of that. Like he got 6 warnings still. So I think that must be
It's a
6
race.
6 seconds of penalty for SD
And Jinan locks up.
and even Jinan. Yeah.
So amidst all of this, our race leader is pitted onto soft tires.
Well, that's just our leader, supreme leader style. If he sees a 30-second opportunity, he'll take it.
He already has the fastest lap, right?
Yeah, he has a hard task as well.
But then
So
again, he didn't have an opportunity to put a collie lap, having missed it. Maybe now's his chance.
Ooh, and Jinan spun at the narrowest part of the track, and now the chance of podium is also like away from him, too far away from him.
Gap is coming down to P2 and 3. It's down to 2 seconds now.
First it was between 3 people, now Jinan has made it easy for SD.
Now let's go on board with our race leader as he does a flying lap with Singapore.
The only thing I hope is that he doesn't spin out while trying to get some fastest lap in his pocket.
There is zero wheel. There is zero wheel spin in this guy's lap.
It looks like we are just seeing a quali lap of his,
Goes a little deep.
but still recoverable towards the sector 3.
He's 2 seconds up on his previous fastest lap.
That's a flyer lap till now.
That's cut by him.
On the final corner, 136.3.
That's faster than the quali lap set
Than the
by General Pepe.
But that there was a tire difference, so we can give Pepe a bit of ease on that.
Meanwhile, Casey has just gotten himself under 1 second of S
I believe that SD has damage.
and 2 penalties. So
On board doesn't seem like SD has damage, but I don't think it's keeping up with his tires.
And diving, trying to overtake Casey. Actually, an inconvenience for him since he can't spot his braking points with the lap car going in front of him.
Yeah, as much as people think ghosted cars are very easier to get through, it's very difficult towards the corners. Will Casey make the move before the end of the race, or will he gain the position by penalty?
As a racer, he would definitely want to do it on track. Then he has to think smart and not just throw away his opportunities.
yeah, that's very debatable.
And Casey is very close to SD right now. It's going to be Italian Grand Prix action once more. But this time on the streets of Marina Bay Circuit.
In this race, Casey won't be looking to be more aggressive. He'll just be waiting for SD to make some sort of mistake.
And now we have started with the final lap of Marina Bay Circuit, Singapore Grand Prix. Manila will be leading, followed by SD, and too close to SD is Casey, making a move towards the second DRS straight.
Just to show you the effectiveness of those fresh soft tires, he started 4 seconds ahead. Manila Baby, and he's already made 12 seconds within a span of 3 laps.
Casey
Going
goes
around the outside.
Will he make it? Still side by side. Casey make it?
Casey will get the inside line for the next corner,
Still
but
side by
SD will get a better exit.
That's some racy stuff. Even though he knows he's gonna be losing through penalties.
Casey will be hoping not to make any mistakes coming in because SD already has 2 penalties of his. Casey must be fully aware of that.
The one thing I realized with SD is he's very good at placing his cart at the right spot when he's coming in for defending.
True. Even though SD knows he has 6 seconds worth of, he'll be up there to make the place on track.
As that battle comes to an end, last battle between Black Sheep and Freeman.
Manor takes the checker flag, but yet there's still some action seems to be going on, but doesn't look as. SD crosses the final corner, takes P2, but with penalties he goes down to P3. Clean racing from Casey, and Rand has crossed by being a lap down.
That's unfortunate for Black Sheep.
Jinan crosses
And
the
he's
line
hit
in
the wall
P4.
with. Oh, luckily keeps his front tires. That's the end of his charge. He's completely lost his right wing.
Danny comes through the final corner, claims P5, and now Shalakla is coming up.
Will the penalties differ? No, it doesn't, and he stays P6.
Due to such huge gaps, not many penalties will come into effect. Apart from, yeah, the KC and SD one.
Now Freeman makes it towards the final two corners. Great defending from him, trying to give space to Manalo Baby in the middle of the race, and comes to P7. And now Black Sheep lingering after that damage and to P8. And now Monk, with one lap down, is coming towards the final corners. Even he had some tricky race back there.
That's the end of the Singaporean Grand Prix.
Yeah, I'll capture it.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Mara, what's up?
What's up? Got my car
Good, good.
impounded today.
Good racing, bro.
Thank you.
Why did you do that?
I went to buy groceries. They took my car. Seized my car.
That's the
That's
story of the day for dear viewers.
So all of my driving today was just like pure temper. Like I was just mad, pissed off.
Oh, please.
So that's why you're not in your McLaren. It got impounded.
Yeah. Guess so. What's up with you? Are we still on stream?
Yes.
Basically, you can say this is your interview.
So, how did you feel your safety car restart went?
Oh, that was fucking gold, man. I loved it. I don't know how many positions I gained.
And
You
what about your
gained, I
spin?
believe, 4 positions.
Yeah, I know Pepe had an. What happened to Pepe? I just saw a Haas go out wide, but
Spun
apart
it
from
on
that,
the exit.
Yeah, on the exit, last one, he spun and then I don't know, he lost it again after that.
He
He
spun
lagged.
twice.
He
Yeah.
lagged at the start, and then my car went into him, but luckily there was no damage or penalties.
Right.
And he started the restart, and he gained like around 2-3 car lengths on me. Then suddenly he just spun, tried to warm up the tires again.
I actually was
I-
driving with damage the entire first stint since lap
We were
2.
still too. We were still too. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, it didn't look
Yeah.
like that.
And safety car, you changed your wing, right?
No. I changed my wing on lap 30.
On the pit stop he made.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's why you came so close to it. Thought you would have
Yeah.
pitted it.
I actually burned a bit of extra fuel to gap you a little bit because because I knew I changed my wing, so I needed at least a 5-6 second buffer.
You're pretty far. I mean, most part of a second was to me. So yeah.
Hi, Casey.
Hello.
That was some real clean, nice driving from you. Kept it clean all the way.
Thank you so much.
Well done, bro. I messed up at the start, but got a
I
penalty
even,
immediately after lap 4.
I spun behind you really because of the dirty air. So
Yeah.
I thought I lost it.
The whole race we were keeping track of SDs and KC's penalties.
I messed up. What happened was on lap 25, I got a wing damage on the Anderson Bridge, and then I tried to keep it clean, but understeered turn 1 and got a final pen, so got 6 seconds there. So yeah, that was the end of the race for me.
Even Jinan was kind of lurking in, and if you had got 9 seconds, he would have been P3.
Yeah,
But
I
at
understand.
the end, he spun as well. So Tough luck.
My,
So
if I,
dude,
I mean,
Gina had beautiful
I'm working with
pace
ifs
at
and
the
buts
end.
here, but if I didn't have gotten the damage, might have come be ahead of Casey because the pace was so similar, like 42-0, 42-6 every lap. So, yeah.
It's very nice to see Jinan making such a wonderful comeback into the league. He was right up there with Casey the entire time during the third stint of the race.
Or might be he was practicing in disguise.
Who knows?
He was leading the race at one point, so
Yes,
His
he
safety
is
car
leading.
restart was fantastic too.
I'm gonna say one thing, people matter. You can't complain about team orders because Freeman just
Yeah, of
I
course,
mean,
of
like,
course.
there was no team orders, but
When have I
whatever.
ever
But
complained about team orders? I'm surprised you didn't let Pepe through at the start.
what do you mean?
He did.
I
He
was
did.
I was not ahead of him.
He
No, at the restart. I'm surprised you
I was,
didn't just let Pepe pass.
How like
he was spun.
he was
My
ahead
point is
anyways.
that I have no qualms against team orders.
I know you were. We
Yeah,
both in the
you're a
same team.
Ferrari guy. Why would you have?
Exactly.
Yeah, sure.
At the last corner, you'll be like giving the position.
You guys
So Freeman,
following me when I was
so
battling Freeman.
the good thing with Freeman is I don't even have to ask him. He just naturally says, "You pass, you pass.
And he
Don't
was
battle me."
defending with 2 end plate damages.
I saw it was like sliding around. I was tapping him a little bit. I don't know why.
Yeah,
I was like,
Freeman
go,
is
go on.
definitely the best P2 driver there.
Wingman.
Wingman, yes.
Even
That's
SD comes.
how. Coming in?
Oh my
Even
god,
SD
Haas had
comes
so much
towards that.
potential.
alright, I have to go. Amazing
Haas had
race,
so much
dude.
potential today.
Ah,
He just raced.
Excellent race, Casey.
thank you
Great
so
points for
much.
Red Bull.
Yes.
Biased.
Still his teammate.
Yeah.
Nobody's putting me on reserve. Can we
You
please
guys, did you
give
guys get
Jinan the
the
position?
overtake?
The seat, yeah, we
But he
can.
doesn't want to. I mean,
Anyways,
Yeah.
commentators, what's up? Or any questions for us?
Especially the
What
guy in
hacks did you use
P2.
today?
Oh my god,
Sorry?
look at his lap times. Everybody's doing 141 and he's at 136.
Yeah, what hacks did you use today?
Yeah, he leveled it up.
Did he use my hacks?
rage. He used rage today.
He must have used that Halo mod, which made him go so fast.
Just post the quali fastest time versus this fastest time. I want to see. I don't remember what the quali was.
Quali fastest lap was it
36.8.
36.8?
36.8
Oh,
on
36.
medium.
I was 9 tenths up, and then I decided to abort on surface. So
Alright,
whatever.
guys. I have to go. Bye, guys.
See ya.
Dinner
Nice
time.
race.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good race.
Good
Guys.
racing as usual.
GG.
Casey.
Yeah, you too. Bye.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Goodbye.